Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo, and today is April 27th, and it's a Monday. And because it's a Monday, you know what that means. It's time for What's Sold on eBay! Yay! Okay, so just like every week, you guys, I'm going to take you on a walk through our Instagram, show you our photos of our shipping each day, just to kind of give you an idea of the volume that we're dealing with here. Then we'll jump on over to eBay, where I have selected out some highlights from our sales of the week. We sold them a lot of different things. I know you guys are used to seeing a lot of plush, hearing about the remotes and jeans, because we are very jeans and plush centric, or I am, and we do a lot of remotes. But this week we sold some really cool oddball stuff, just different items. So I got all those ready for you. Of course, I've got jeans and booty shorts and all the bread and butter items you should always be looking for. And all of the plush, and we'll talk about remotes, because remotes are a big part of our business now. Okay, so you're looking at today's picture in front of you right here. We had 42 packages go out. So we had 42 sales over the weekend. 38 of those were eBay, and 4 on Poshmark. Last Monday we had 55 items. So last week it was a little bit better as far as volume. We had 55 items shipped in 54 packages, 51 eBay sales, and 4 on Poshmark. And on Tuesday we had 15 packages, 13 eBay sales, 1 Poshmark, 1 McKee. Wednesday, 15 again, 13 eBay, 1 Poshmark, 1 Bonanza. Those Bonanza sales come out of nowhere sometimes, and it's like, surprise! Thursday, we had 12. All of those were eBay sales. And on Friday, we had 18 packages. 16 were eBay sales, 1 Poshmark, and another McKee. We've been selling a couple of plush here and there on McKee, so that's pretty exciting. Posh is pretty much hit or miss, just like always. And eBay's pretty steady. So let's go over here to eBay. And we'll start down here with the plush. I did pull all of the plush out that sold, so you'll see every single one. I never pick and choose with those. They are my absolute favorite thing to source, to photograph, to prep, to list, to sell, to package, to ship. So I always show all of them. They are very, very long tail. So if you ever get into plush, if you're not into plush yet, although I can't imagine you haven't at least tried it if you're a fan of this YouTube channel or a member of our Facebook group, just keep in mind that plush are very long tail. So if you've had one for 6 months, that's okay. That's pretty much normal. They're slower to sell even than used clothing. So the handful that we get every week, I show you all of them. Well, let's just jump on in. You're looking at Disney Store, Snowflake, Tigger. This guy came from yard sale 2018, maybe 2017. Guys, it's been a long time, I'm going to be honest. Longtime viewers may remember the yard sale where we bought out this guy's lawn. He had an entire lawn full of plush, tons of Disney, Hard Rock Cafe bears. There was a ton of stuff on his lawn. We bought it all for a really good price. I do remember that it came out to like 77 cents each when you figured out price per item. However, the white ones sat around forever because they were dirty and they needed a bath, and they didn't have a way to put their tag back on. And then I did, and then they just were buried at the very, very bottom of a very huge plush dust pile. So I finally, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, it's been during quarantine when I finally got around to all of our white plushies that were in this dust pile for years. They were listed as used, but they did have their tags, so I couldn't throw them through the wash. I had to cut them off and reattach them, but they were still listed as used, and looks nice and pretty. The tag was faded a little bit, but he looks good, nice and white, and he's cute. Look at his little berries on his head. So I accepted a best offer of 16 on him because they paid the shipping. He weighed over a pound on his own. He was way big and not bendable. Like, he was a really hard plush, you know what I mean? So I couldn't put him in a large box. He had to go in a big giant poly bag. He still fit the dimensions of under 12 by 12 by 12. So he wasn't astronomically expensive. He was between 1 and 2 pounds, and he actually sold through the global shipping program, so he went international. And next up is a Wild Republic chimpanzee. This guy has been around for a while. I believe he was 50 cents at the Goodwill. And I accepted a best offer of $15 for him. And he shipped first class in a little poly bag. Next up, we have a Chewbacca. Isn't he cute? So I believe he gave him the Goodwill 50 cents. And he sold for $14.99 and shipped first class. Dandy Collector's Choice Teddy Bear. Just a tan teddy bear by Dandy. If you didn't know, Dandy was a brand of plush that Kmart sold. So some of them, not this one apparently, but some of them can go for quite a bit. Some of the older ones, some of the more collectible ones, because you can't go to Kmart and buy them anymore. This one sold for $11.25. He was 50 cents at the Goodwill and he shipped first class. You guys may remember this lamb. Very recent haul from Doc McStuffins. Disney Store official lamb in a doctor's coat. Now, she did only sell for $13.12, but she sold within a week of being listed. So how I was telling you that plush are very long tail, they typically take 6 months to sell or longer. Some of them will sell very quickly. I have noticed that the Doc McStuffins characters sell pretty fast for me. This one, like I said, went within a week, and she shipped first class. She's super cute. Got a little doctor's coat, or vet coat, I guess. Never seen the show, but I understand it's about a veterinary office. Alright, this is old as dirt McKee. He came from the bins, which we haven't been to since 2017 or something. He's an official Disneyland Walt Disney World Fantasia Mickey Mouse, but he's missing his hat. And that could be part of why he took a long time to sell. It also could be that he's oversaturated. So he sold for $8.43. He came from the bins, so by weight he was maybe 10 cents, 20 cents. He shipped first class also. Disney Sparkle Poo. I feel like he was pretty recent. He was 50 cents from the Goodwill. Usually Winnie the Poohs take a while to sell. They're so oversaturated. And most of the time I consider Pooh Bear himself a no. Some of the characters from Winnie the Pooh are bread and butter or even Bolos. But Winnie the Pooh himself and Mickey Mouse, like more common characters, they're pretty oversaturated. But because he was a little different, shiny, I decided to give him a try. He didn't take that long to sell. He sold for $13.12 and shipped first class. Then this bean bag Tigger's been around for a while. Walt Disney Company. Tigger's kind of oversaturated too. And this is just a plain, nothing really exciting about him, Tigger. He was 50 cents, Goodwill. I accepted a best offer of $7, and he shipped first class. We have a Pokemon here. And apparently I had his name wrong. So, he sold for $13.99. I'm sorry, $11. I accepted a best offer for $11. So this Pokemon was listed for $13.99. I accepted a best offer of $11. And Keith said, well, if you would have had his name right, you probably could have gotten more, sold him quicker. Well, apparently when I looked up this particular Pokemon character, he is in a manga, which is like a anime comic book. And that's his name in the manga. But that's not his name in the show or the cards or whatever. And I did list him way back in January. Keith did not leave his job to join me full-time in this endeavor until March 1st. So he wasn't here to help me, and I had to do what I could. And I did find this character, and that was his name. But apparently I had the manga version. Anyway, my point is, I made a mistake. Probably could have sold him for more. So when you're looking up for Pokemon characters, be careful. Make sure you get the right ones. You can always ask in our Facebook group. Keith is here full time now. We can always ask him for you guys, get you the answer. And there are a lot of people in the group that are really great with Pokemon. But anyway, he still sold for $11. He cost 50 cents. And he did ship first class. Reese's teddy bear. Came from a yard sale. I think he was $1. He's a pretty older one too. He sold for $20 and he shipped first class. Alright guys, we're getting into some of the plush from the haul. You saw in last week's What Sold video, if you watched that, the plush from the haul that I showed you guys back in March, I believe it was, are already selling. I still haven't, I haven't even made a dent in them. There were 96 plush in that lot for like $110. I haven't even made a dent in them. I'm doing about 20 to 30 a week. It's what I've been working on because I've got a lot of jeans and stuff too. But they are selling really fast. So this lovey came out of that lot. You guys, loveys are Bolos. This one only sold for $11.99, but sold within 2 days of being listed. So sometimes the fast return on your investment is just as important as how much the item sells for. This shipped first class. This one was also from that lot. And I'm going to tell you guys, I didn't comp any of these. I just made prices up, honestly. This one didn't even have tags or a brand. So I just said, I'll list it for $14.99 and see what happens. And it sold after a couple days of being listed. And so you guys, these loveys are definitely Bolos. They're the little tiny wee plush with a security blanket attached. This Carter's elephant came from the Goodwill. It's 50 cents. It's a wind-up musical elephant. Super duper cute. I took a best offer of $18 and I shipped him in a box just to protect his, because he's musical. But it was still first class. Here we have a piglet, 50 cents from the Goodwill. He sold for $11, shipped first class. This mammoth came from the haul I was just talking about. The wholesale lot, I should call it, of 96 plush. This is a Douglas Cuddle Toy mammoth. And he sold for $12.99. And he sold pretty fast. Shipped first class. And last but not least, we have this Chuck E. Cheese, good stuff Chuck E. Cheese 6-inch stackable mouse plush. 50 cents from the Goodwill. And he sold for $13, and he shipped first class. Then we have an Eileen Fisher top, sold for a best offer of $25. And this came from Goodwill, and it was, I want to say $2, so I want to say this is one of the ones I got in South Carolina. And it shipped first class. So these Eileen Fisher tops, you guys, definitely look for them. This one was also linen blend. Linen is one of those materials that you can always charge a little bit more for. Then we have these Westport jeans with the embroidery on them. I believe these came out of a thread up. So they were like $1.70. They are signature fit boyfriend and embroidered. And they're a big size. They're size 16. So these jeans had a lot going for them to make them unique enough that I decided to list them at $25.99. And that's what they sold for. And they sold within a couple weeks of being listed too. They sold pretty fast. So those boyfriend jeans, guys, any brand, the boyfriend style is in, and people love the boyfriend style. They sell really fast. They flip very quickly. Especially if you could find sizes like size 14 and up. This is a macrame, like beach bag. We got this for free, so there's no cost of goods. Just some inventory one of my friends gave me when they went out of business. There were 2 of them, so we have 1 left. It's a macrame tote bag. It's like a beach bag rope thing. You can see the title that I made up. There's no brand. I just crammed the title with a ton of really great keywords. Listed it for $29. Didn't comp it. I just made the price up. I took a best offer of $20 on it. And I shipped first class. Bolos Trading Company are good t-shirts to look out for, you guys. This is the Bolos Trading Company long tail tee, and it is a 3XL. If you can find these 2 and 3XLs in men's clothing, you can charge a little bit more money for them. makes them worth more. I would also advise you to look for Duelist Trading Company t-shirts. This is a Henley. I listed it for $29. It took a best offer of $25. It sold within a week. These Liz and Company shoes came from the Goodwill. They were 99 cents. They're a little older. They've been sitting around for a while. They're cute though. They did finally sell for $15.93, and they did pay shipping in addition to that. Silver jeans, my favorite jeans. Look at these. These are nice. They got rips, holes, tears. They're distressed. They are flare. They are the Tuesday 22, which it says right here. Tuesday 22. Flare jeans. They're mid-rise. These are just nice looking jeans. They have been around for a while though, as you can see by the price. I start all silver jeans at about $50, $51, and lower the price by maybe 5% every month or every other month. So you can see by the price they've been around for a while. And I took a best offer of $34 just to get them to move. But a lot of times I can get a lot more than that. Sometimes it's about the size. Because I can get 51 for silver jeans and sometimes only 40 or 34. But I do always start them high to just lower the price over time. And these shipped in a padded flat, and they were $6.99 at Goodwill. These very top ciders I purchased from a local reseller that I met in Katie and Vicky's Boss Up Facebook group. Facebook group, not Face Up. Boss Up Facebook group. I can't even say that 3 times fast. The end of last summer, you guys may remember she was moving to Germany with her job, so we went out to her storage unit and we got to cherry pick. We bought a bunch of stuff from her. All the shoes came out to around $5 a piece for each pair. These Sperry's, I accepted a best offer of $15, and then they paid the shipping in addition to that. Millie of New York dress. I'm pretty sure this came from the box that just kept on giving. Do you guys remember that box? We bought a wholesale box last summer from someone going out of business, and I believe that's where this came from, because this doesn't look like anything I don't even go in the dress section in the Goodwill. I don't really like dresses that much, but this one came out of that box, so it was probably like $2, and sold for a best offer of $27.77 and shipped first class. Then we have these H&M Coachella shorts. They came out of a thread-up box, so they were about $1.75, $1.80. And they sold for a best offer of $14.39. They sold pretty fast. And H&M is not that good of a brand, and I think I even said that in the unboxing. But these are unique in that they have the embroidered roses, number 1. And number 2, when it comes to jean shorts and these booty shorts like this, even brands that I will officially avoid for every other type of item, I will pick up the booty shorts. So, $14.39 shipped first class. And then we have a pair of American Eagle booty shorts. They're hemmed. They are stretch. They're size 6. They were 99 cents at Goodwill, and they sold for $20.99 and shipped first class. You guys, Bolo on the booty shorts. Bolo on the booty shorts. Then we have this hat. Goodwill, 99 cents. Imperial Stonewall hat. Or may have come from a yard sale, but if it did, then it would have been maybe $1, $1.50. I'm looking at it thinking I feel like it came from a yard sale, but I very strongly felt like I paid 99 cents for it. So anyway, it sold for a best offer of $18, shipped first class. We did put it in a box to protect the bill. Now we're getting into the remotes. So let's talk about remotes real quick. We sold 43 remotes last week from last Monday through yesterday. And so we're down a little bit. We usually sell 50 or more. We sold 43 in the last week. So our daily sell-through rate is 0.90%. Pretty close to 1%. I mean, if you round it up, it's 1% sell-through rate. It comes up to about 6 remotes a day. We hover right around 600 remotes listed at any given time. So that would be a 1% sell-through rate if it averaged out to 6 a day. Just real quick, because I get a lot of questions all the time where people get really super confused when I talk about the sell-through rate. The amount of remotes that we sell in a total week, I'm not considering that the 1%. So if I say I sold 43 remotes, I don't have 4,300 remotes listed. I tell you, we sell that many per the whole week. Then you figure out the average per day, and that's your sell-through rate. So if you have 1,000 listings and you sell 10 items a day, you're at a 1% sell-through rate. If you sold 20, you'd be at a 2% sell-through rate. If you sold 500, you'd be at 0.5%. So that's based on a daily sell-through rate. And there is a math equation to it. So if you counted up everything you sold over the week in one particular category, you would divide the total amount sold by the total amount left plus the total amount sold. You times it by 100, you divide it by 7. It sounds like really complicated. Maybe I'll put that down in the description box for you guys. Or if I forget, you can always request it in the comments. But I get questions all the time where people are confused about the sell-through rate. They say, well, you sold this many per week. You don't have that many listed. The sell-through rate is the daily sell-through rate. All right. So, we are right at 1%. I mean, 0.9%. And so I picked out a couple to show you, like always. This is a JVC remote control. Sold for $19.99. A genuine Anku. Is an audio system remote control. $19.99. A genuine Sony audio. So these audio remote controls are really good. This one sold for $23.99. And woohoo! This one takes the cake this week. It's a Tascam remote control unit, compact disc rewritable remote with a cord. So it sold for $59.99. We did ship this one in a box. Typically our remotes all get shipped out in those yellow padded mailers, like the craft mailers. But when they have cords like this, or they're super expensive like this, they will go in a small little box. They still ship first class though. So that is the end of what I wanted to show you this week and talk to you guys about. Let me know in the comments down below how things are going for you. And hit the thumbs up before you leave, guys. It really helps the channel. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to the channel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Please join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Free to join, link down below. Or you can search for it on Facebook, Flippin' Hippo Reseller Pod. You can email me at flippinhipposhelp@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at flippinhippos on all social media. Until next time, guys, go be productive, go make some money, and wash your damn hands. This will be my new tagline. Wash your hands and stay home. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We really do appreciate you guys. You're the best. Bye.